Hello, friends. Today I bring you something truly special, a story of three Washington quarters that could change your life forever. The 1965, the 1986, and the 1990. D-quarter dollar coins may look like ordinary pocket change, but some rare examples are worth millions in today's market. These little coins carry history, mystery, and unimaginable wealth. So stay with me, because if one of these treasures is hiding in your collection, it could turn your fortune overnight. The first up, imagine reaching into your pocket, pulling out a simple quarter, and realizing you're holding a key to unimaginable wealth. That's the story of the 1986 Washington quarter dollar, a coin that most people see as ordinary, but which, in rare conditions and with special characteristics, can be worth millions in today's market. This isn't just a piece of loose change. It's a silent guardian of history, wealth, and opportunity that could literally transform your life overnight. The Washington quarter has been around since 1932, honoring the face of America's first president. But the 1986 edition stands out for more than its design. It represents a unique blend of craftsmanship and scarcity. While billions of quarters were minted for circulation, only a fraction remain in pristine condition. Those rare survivors, flawless and untouched by time, are what collectors dream about. In the world of numismatics, rarity and condition can turn copper and nickel into gold. What makes the 1986 quarter so extraordinary is the way time has elevated its status. For decades, it has passed unnoticed through gas stations, coffee shops, and vending machines. But now collectors look at it through a completely different lens. High-grade specimens, proof-like strikes, and coins with unusual minting errors are the holy grail. One single discovery of such a coin can mean an instant fortune, taking you from pocket change to a millionaire's lifestyle in a heartbeat. To understand its value, you must first appreciate its journey. The 1980s were a turning point in U.S. coinage. Technology was improving, but minting errors still slipped through, leaving behind treasures like double strikes, off-center prints, and rare die varieties. If you find a 1986 Washington quarter with such flaws, you don't just own a coin. You own a piece of history so rare that collectors will pay unimaginable sums to have it in their possession. Now imagine the thrill. You're sifting through your old coin jar, and suddenly you notice something unusual. The shine looks different, the strike sharper, or maybe the date is slightly misplaced. That little detail could mean the difference between a regular 25 cents and a coin worth millions of dollars. This isn't a fantasy. It's the reality of coin collecting. Fortunes have been made this way, and the 1986 quarter has all the magic needed to create the next overnight millionaire. But it's not just about money. The 1986 Washington quarter is also about pride, history, and the love of collecting. Each one carries the story of America, the legacy of George Washington, the resilience of the nation, and the craftsmanship of the U.S. Mint. When collectors hold it, they feel connected to something greater than themselves. That emotional bond is what drives its value into stratosphere, making it more than just a coin, but a timeless piece of national identity. For collectors, condition is everything. A 1986 quarter that has never been circulated, with its original luster and sharp details intact, is a diamond in the rough. Such coins can command staggering prices at auction, shocking even experienced numismatists. And when you add an error's rarity or a proof strike, the numbers skyrocket into the millions of dollars. In today's market, the right coin doesn't just sell. It ignites bidding wars among collectors desperate to own a piece of American treasure. The beauty of this story is its accessibility. These coins aren't locked away in museums. They are out there, hidden in pockets, old drawers, and forgotten jars. Someone, somewhere, could unknowingly be sitting on a life-changing fortune, waiting for the right moment to be discovered. That's the magic of the 1986 Washington quarter. It's ordinary on the surface, but extraordinary in value. It proves that wealth doesn't always come from banks or investments, but sometimes from the smallest things in life. So the next time you come across a 1986 quarter, don't dismiss it. Hold it, study it, and treasure it, because that single coin could have the power to change your destiny. From a humble 25 cents to a multi-million-dollar masterpiece, the journey of this coin reflects the possibility of turning the ordinary into the extraordinary. And who knows, maybe the fortune that can make you a billionaire overnight is already in your hands, just waiting to be recognized. The second up, Imagine holding a simple 25-cent coin, one that millions of Americans once carried for bus fares, sodas, or newspapers. Now imagine that same quarter transforming your life overnight, not as spare change, but as a hidden ticket to unimaginable wealth. That's the mystery and magic of the 1965 Washington quarter dollar, a coin that looks ordinary on the surface, but in rare conditions and with the right story behind it, can be worth millions in today's market. It's not just metal. It's a silent powerhouse of history, rarity, and fortune waiting to be discovered. The year 1965 marked a turning point in U.S. coinage. For more than a century, American coins were minted with real silver, solid, valuable, and trusted. But rising silver prices forced the U.S. Mint to abandon tradition. In 1965, the Washington quarter, once made of 90% silver, was suddenly struck in a new copper-nickel-clad composition. For collectors, this change created a sharp dividing line. Coins struck before 1965 carried intrinsic silver value, but the 1965 edition marked the beginning of a new era. It was supposed to be ordinary, yet within its story lies the possibility of extraordinary fortune. Why does this coin hold such allure today? Because the transition wasn't perfect. During the shift, whispers of mistakes and experimental strikes emerged. Coins struck on leftover silver planchets, coins with unusual errors, and coins that slipped through the cracks of quality control. For everyday Americans, these quarters bought groceries. But for collectors now, those rare survivors are priceless relics. A single error-filled 1965 quarter has the power to ignite a bidding war at auctions, skyrocketing its value into the millions of dollars. Think of it this way. Billions of quarters were produced in 1965, but only a handful hold the key to unimaginable wealth. Time and circulation wore most down, scratching away their luster and leaving them dull and common. But the ones that escaped into pristine preservation, untouched, flawless, and carrying unique errors, are diamonds in disguise. It's the kind of coin that, if found in your old collection or pocket change, could turn you from an ordinary person into a millionaire overnight. The power of the 1965 Washington quarter isn't just in its condition, but in its story. Each rare example carries the tension of a nation in change. The end of silver coinage, the struggle between tradition and progress, and the errors that reveal the human side of minting. A double strike, an off-center strike, or a leftover silver blank can turn what looks like spare change into a legendary artifact. This is why collectors chase it, not only for its beauty, but for the mystery it carries, a story etched in metal. Now, imagine discovering one of these treasures. You're sorting through a jar of old coins, and suddenly a quarter catches your eye. The shine looks richer, the weight feels slightly heavier, or the strike seems unusual. That tiny detail, barely noticeable to the untrained eye, could mean you're holding a multi-million-dollar masterpiece. This is not fantasy. It's the reality of numismatics. Fortunes have been discovered this way, and the 1965 quarter remains one of the most exciting possibilities in the coin-collecting world. But the beauty of this coin lies beyond money. It's about owning a piece of history, a physical reminder of America's transformation in the 1960s. When collectors hold a 1965 quarter, especially one in exceptional condition, they don't just see a coin, they see the legacy of George Washington, the resilience of a nation during change, and the craftsmanship of an era when minting technology was evolving. That emotional connection is what drives collectors to pay astonishing prices, turning simple metal into a priceless treasure. The auction world has proven again and again that condition means everything. A 1965 quarter in uncirculated, mint-state condition, blazing with its original luster, is like lightning in a bottle. Add a rare error, like a double strike or one struck on a silver planchet, and its value leaps from thousands to millions of dollars. Collectors aren't just buying coins, they're buying legends, and the 1965 quarter is one of the most legendary of all. Its potential to change lives overnight is not an exaggeration. It's a reality that has already happened to lucky finders. So, the next time you see a 1965 Washington quarter, don't dismiss it as pocket change. Study it, treasure it, and treat it with respect. That single coin could hold the power to change your fortune forever. From a humble 25 cents to a multi-million-dollar artifact, The journey of this coin proves that the most ordinary objects can hide the most extraordinary wealth. And who knows, the fortune that could make you a billionaire overnight might already be sitting quietly in your hands, waiting for the world to recognize its true value. The third up, imagine reaching into your pocket and pulling out a plain-looking quarter, the kind you've used 1,000 times at vending machines, gas stations, or coffee shops. But what if I told you that the coin resting in your palm, a simple 1990 D Washington quarter dollar, could be worth millions of dollars today? That's the breathtaking reality of coin collecting. Ordinary change transformed into unimaginable fortune. This isn't just pocket change. It's a silent guardian of history and wealth, a treasure that could make you a billionaire overnight if you happen to hold the right one. The Washington quarter has a proud history, first minted in 1932 to honor America's first president. By 1990, it was already a familiar part of daily life, circulating in the hands of millions of Americans. Yet, within that year's production, struck at the Denver Mint, lies a world of mystery, rarity, and extraordinary value. While billions were minted for circulation, only a fraction have survived in pristine condition. And even fewer carry the magical errors, dye varieties, and flawless qualities that elevate their worth from 25 cents to a life-changing fortune. The secret of the 1990 D quarter's potential value lies in the tension between the ordinary and the extraordinary. To most people, it's just a coin, copper and nickel fused into a tool for everyday transactions. But to collectors, it's a hunting ground of hidden gems. Minting errors like double strikes, off-center images, or weakly struck designs transform a simple piece of metal into a priceless artifact. These mistakes, born in the heart of the minting process, are so rare that when discovered, they ignite bidding wars that can push values into the millions. Think for a moment about its journey. A quarter minted in 1990 could have passed through countless hands, buying gum, paying tolls, slipping into change jars. Yet some escaped circulation, preserved in near-perfect condition, their luster untarnished, their details razor-sharp. These coins, untouched by time, are the diamonds of the numismatic world. And when one of them carries a rare error or proof-like strike, it transcends its humble origins, becoming a coin so valuable that its worth is beyond imagination. The magic of the 1990 D Washington quarter isn't just in its monetary value. It's in its symbolism. This coin reflects the legacy of George Washington, the evolution of American minting, and the unexpected treasures hidden in plain sight. Each one carries a story. The story of a nation, of a mint perfecting its craft, and the rare mistakes that slipped through, now cherished as priceless. Collectors don't just buy coins. They buy history, pride, and the thrill of discovering something others overlooked. Now imagine the moment of discovery. You're sorting through old coins at home, and suddenly a 1990 D quarter stands out. Maybe the strike looks different, the shine stronger, or the details sharper than usual. Or perhaps you notice a tiny error in the design, a misalignment, a doubling, or even a wrong planchet. In that instant, you realize you're holding not just 25 cents, but a coin that could be worth millions. That one find could change your life forever, turning a humble quarter into the key to fortune. Condition is everything in the world of numismatics. A 1990 D quarter in mint state, uncirculated condition, its surface is glowing with untouched brilliance, is already highly desirable. Add in rarity, error, or an unusual strike, and the value skyrockets beyond comprehension. Auctions have proven time and again that collectors will pay staggering sums for coins that combine history, rarity, and perfection. The right 1990 D quarter isn't just sold. It becomes a legend, a once-in-a-lifetime discovery that stirs the imagination of collectors worldwide. What makes this story even more thrilling is its accessibility. These coins aren't locked away in government vaults or museum cases. They're out there, waiting to be found. In old jars, forgotten drawers, or even in circulation, someone, somewhere, may unknowingly be sitting on a fortune disguised as a quarter. That's the beauty of the 1990 D Washington quarter. It proves that wealth isn't always hidden in banks or investments. Sometimes, it's hidden in the smallest, most ordinary things we overlook every day. So the next time you hold a 1990 D Washington quarter, pause before you spend it. Look at it closely. Study its details and treasure its possibility, because that single coin might carry the power to rewrite your destiny. From a modest 25 cents to a multi-million-dollar masterpiece, this coin embodies a truth that fortune favors the observant. And who knows? Maybe the next overnight billionaire won't be made in a stock market or lottery, but in the discovery of a simple quarter resting in the palm of your hand.